Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I have a makeovers video on Crystal and Bonnie from my Discovery University series. I've mentioned it a few times that I wanted to go ahead and do this, and I feel like sometimes sharing makeovers is kind of fun and you guys can see what they look like before I release an episode and stuff. So this is what they look like. Well, you guys are watching the process of it happening, but I decided to go ahead and change them up because, you know, they've now moved into a new house, and I've gone ahead and decorated that, so you guys will see that in the next episode, which I really love how the house turned out. It's very simple, but I ended up using the build CC that I downloaded last week I want to say, and so if you guys haven't seen the video of me getting build CC, I'll link that down in the description. I'll put an I button in the top right hand corner, but yeah, I just felt like they needed a new look to them because now they're brand new moms, they're living with their boyfriends and their kids, so, you know, I think having a bit of a look change is nice, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I needed it because, not to say that the gameplay is getting stale for me, but I just need something to kind of change the pace up for me, and like giving them a makeover and having them look different, live in a new house just gives me a whole brand new vibe. Because if you guys have known, I've been struggling with my save. There's been random stuff happening, you know, glitchiness, and it kind of throws me off from wanting to play it. So I think that this is gonna be a good kind of fresh start in a way, being in a new place, not having to worry about roommates or anything, although I did definitely want to have a better experience with roommates, but that was becoming a problem. Like, I wish I could have stayed in the dorms for all 4 terms and lived through it just like that with all the roommates and everything. But if I'm thinking about it realistically, maybe it was their time to like move into another place while they're still studying in university, because in real life people do that. Like, they'll stay in the dorms for like 2 semesters and then maybe find an apartment 4th semester or the 3rd semester or whatever the case is. They might find different housing or something like that. So, you know, maybe that's just like them moving on and forward and, you know, getting older, of course. So obviously in our case, Bonnie and Crystal both ended up getting pregnant, which was not planned whatsoever, but you know, it happened. You can't plan everything, and so that's what I like about having certain mods in the game, like for example Risky Woohoo, because you're never expecting you're gonna have a baby, for example. So I like that, and it adds that kind of just spontaneity in it, and I wish there was more of that in the game. Like, you just don't expect things to happen. And this kind of brings me back to The Sims 2, because I recently started playing The Sims 2 a little bit more. If you guys haven't seen, I started a brand new Sims 2 series, so I'll put an I button in the top right hand corner for you guys to check out the first episode, and I'll also link it down in the description. But like in the first episode, there's drama that's arising that I didn't even cause. It's just happening naturally, and I think that's the thing that I wish The Sims 4 had more of, is natural, organic drama and things just happening organically and without force, because in The Sims 4 you kind of have to make your own drama. You kind of have to force everything, and I guess to that point you have more control in a way, because you're creating your storyline, you're creating your Sims lives essentially. So I guess it depends on how you'd prefer to have your game. Personally, me, I like things happening without my control sometimes. Like Sims 2, I don't really, I mean, I obviously have control over my Sims, but certain Sims will have a different reaction to my Sim, or whatever the case is. So things like maybe being proposed to, or a first kiss being initiated by the other Sim and not necessarily me initiating it, I think that would be cool. Like, more autonomy, and even like autonomous woohoo. Like with, I can't remember which mod I have in my game that has autonomous woohoo. Like, my Sims will just go at it at random points, and I like that because it's more natural, and it's like them living their own lives without me having to control every aspect of them. Obviously, you have autonomy where they can go take care of themselves and do whatever, but just those aspects where you usually are controlling, like first kiss, woohoo, getting married, and stuff like that, it'd be kind of nice to see them kind of take control themselves and see what would happen. I don't know about the whole marriage part, because I don't know if I'm always ready to get married and how that would work, but engagement would be really cute if it was autonomous, if the other Sim did it and not necessarily me initiating it, like I said. So it'd be cool to see that kind of stuff, or like even autonomous cheating. I'm sure that there's mods out there that do that stuff, but I think it should be an option whether or not you want certain autonomous actions to be happening, or whatever the case is, because maybe you don't want your sim to be a cheater. You just want them to be fully loyal to their spouse or whatever the case is. So like if they added like an autonomous menu where you can do certain actions that could be autonomous and then you could opt out of some other ones or whatever, I think that'd be really interesting to have, just to spice up the gameplay and let things just happen naturally, as I've been saying. I don't know, I think it'd be a nice new take on how you'd be playing The Sims, because you know, sometimes adding a little spice doesn't hurt, you know? Sims 2 feels like it always has a little bit of spice here and there, so, you know, I'm enjoying playing that, so I can't wait to see how that series goes for me, because Sims 4, again, you kind of have to control every little aspect, which in some cases is nice because then you have, again, full control over what your Sims are doing and everything like that, but it feels like, you know, everything is forced. Like, you can't, like, I know I get mad about the drama that I create sometimes. Like, literally in my Island Living series, that one, I obviously wasn't so much into the gameplay of Island Living itself. I think what I was more invested in was the story of my Sims, and that's why I had so much fun recording that, is because it wasn't about all the gameplay portions that came with Island Living, because, well, there wasn't that much, but, the storyline that was holding that Let's Play together is what made me enjoy it, if that makes sense. So, I mean, I created drama in there that literally shook me and made me mad, but like there were some things that kind of happened that made the storyline go in a different direction than what I had intended from the beginning. But still, in the end, it's the drama that you are creating and not anything really that's happening autonomously, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I was getting at here, is like, I like when things just kind of happen randomly, but yeah, like especially with their pregnancies, like that wasn't expected, but you know, it's a part of their lives now. Like that happened, so now they kind of gotta live with what they did. Like they got pregnant, they didn't use protection, and now they've got babies, but you know what, they're gonna be great mothers regardless, so I'm really proud of them. And I just ranted for a little bit there, but sometimes I just like to just chat with you guys because I don't always get the opportunity to talk this much during a Let's Play or whatever it is. So makeover time, or anytime I'm doing Create a Sim, that's kind of my time to just chat. I just make chatting videos, honestly, at this point, but I do a lot of this like on stream, so you guys can catch me on streams primarily Saturdays and Sundays, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/neecxle. I don't know why I just plugged myself there, but you know what? It's my channel. I can plug myself, right? So, yeah, but I do stream over there primarily on the weekends. We chat about Sim stuff all the time, and it's just, I don't know, I think it's because we're all like super passionate about the game and we have like our own expectations for how we want the game to be, but you know, I like talking about certain things and just how I want the game to be or how it can improve. And you know, I think having more autonomous actions happening is something that I'd like The Sims to go. What I'm trying to say is that I'd like The Sims to go into that direction. But back to the actual makeover. So if you guys know the movie Grease, so this outfit that Crystal's wearing currently is inspired by Grease. So Sandy from Grease, when she's kind of goes like in her, you know, bad girl vibes, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just give her that. So I made Crystal go a lot lighter blonde, so she's more of like an icy blonde now. And then I also made Bonnie go blonde because I wanted to have their hair color change. Like I just wanted them to kind of have like a little bit of a transformation, you know, just kind of changing their looks a little bit more. And Crystal, I'm kind of going into the vibes of what she was like during Get Famous, where she's more of a fashionista. She's like styling up her outfits and everything. So I wanted to go that route. And I don't know, I just felt like I kind of needed to bring back them from Get Famous a little bit into Discovery University, because I mean they are still the same Sims, just in two different universes, so I just wanted to kind of collide it just a little bit. And I mean the house that they're living in right now too is a lot nicer as well, so I'm really excited about their new looks and their whole new family and new house and everything, so I can't wait to start playing with them a little bit more. Obviously they're still going to be very studious girls, but with some more style, and we like that. So finally throwing on some more CC on them. I mean, obviously they had CC, you know, on their faces and stuff, but as far as clothing, they barely had any custom content, because when it comes to like a new expansion pack coming out and I'm making a series, I usually try to use the stuff that the pack comes with just to kind of show it off a little bit more and like make use of it, because if I don't make use of it at the beginning of the series, I probably won't end up using it all that much going forward, because I like to use custom content, as you guys know. Plus the Discovery University items were pretty freaking solid, so you know, I could still probably make some really good outfits out of that. I mean, I did a whole lookbook video featuring the clothing, so I definitely think that the clothing is just getting better, although I If you guys have heard me say this many times, we're getting too many sweaters, and that's the only complaint that I have. But with that being said, that's pretty much all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed their makeovers. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys in a new video very soon. Bye guys.